Thank you so much for that. And as Nomia was talking there, we've got a quick line through from the Reuters news agency saying simply this: Trump pleads not guilty at court hearing in classified documents case. This, of course, is all about these 37 charges. Trump pleads not guilty at court in the last few minutes. Right, let's just take a couple of minutes, take a quick reminder of what this is all about. We're going to take a look at what the prosecutors have alleged in their indictment. The 37-count indictment accuses him of keeping the files at his Florida estate, including in a ballroom and a shower. Now, among the more than 300 classified files he took to Mar-a-Lago, some of the most damning documents included information about America's nuclear programs. Files with classified information about defense and weapons capabilities of both the United States and foreign countries. Other documents highlighted the defence weaknesses and vulnerabilities of the US and its allies to military attacks and plans for any response to that type of foreign aggression. The 49-page indictment also lays out how the former president showed documents to people without clearance, despite knowing they were still classified. And the prosecutors then claim that he tried to obstruct the FBI's investigation, suggesting to his lawyers and aides that they should either hide or destroy files rather than hand them over. Right, so let's take you back to the live pictures we have from Miami, just to let you know we are keeping across all the events there, but we have some interesting analysts to speak to. We're going to speak to Lauren Wright, lecturer in politics at Princeton University, former White House ethics lawyer Richard Painter too. Thank you both for coming on the programme.
Hey.
So we're just so you guys know, we're going to keep the live pictures rolling beside you, because this is an extraordinary moment, whatever way you look at it. Lauren, this is a moment of US history.
Absolutely. It's the first time we've ever seen anything like this. And that's the case with many things Trump does. It's not even his first indictment. And so, you know, I study the politics of this and presidential history. And one thing that continues to fascinate me about Trump is the steadiness of the base and their support for him. However, I don't think it's responsible to say this will somehow help him. I don't think we have any evidence of that. He might keep.
Lauren, you've just frozen there. I don't know whether you can hear us. You were going to challenge, interestingly, we'll continue that point, because the established received wisdom, as it were, is that these kind of appearances will be used by Donald Trump to fire up his base, increase his campaign donations, increase the chance of him getting the Republican nomination. Of course, he's front runner by quite a long way for that. Lauren seemed to be challenging that as a premise. Richard Painter, what do you make of that? I think, I don't want to use the old phrase, but you may well still be muted.
Yes.
There we go. We can hear you now. Start again.
Yes. This is about handling of classified information, not partisan politics. So I'll reiterate what I told the White House staff in 2005 when I gave the ethics lectures on handling of classified information. One, you do not take it home with you. You store it only in a secure facility. Second, you do not show it to anyone who does not have a security clearance. Anyone in the media or your political action committee, nobody who doesn't have a security clearance can see those documents. That's strictly prohibited. People need to have the security clearance to see the documents. Third, when there is a compromise of classified information, there will be an investigation, and it's critically important to cooperate with the investigation. Not to obstruct the investigation, so we can ascertain where the documents are, who has seen them, and we can get them back. So this indictment alleges that Donald Trump did all three. He knowingly took classified documents out of the White House. He knowingly showed them to individuals who did not have a security clearance. And then when there was an investigation, he obstructed the investigation.
Okay,
And
let's break that down, because that's a really clear and really crucial distinction between what's gone on here. We'll leave points 2 and 3 for a moment. We're going to start with point 1, which is taking them, removing them in the first place, because his supporters say, hey, it's not just Donald Trump who's done that. Other people have done that. Where have been their federal charges? This is double standards, and this is what they talk about with some establishment stitch-up.
And it's absolutely unacceptable to remove classified documents under any circumstances, whether it is negligence or whether it is intentional. And that is why I have called for a complete investigation of what happened with Joe Biden when he was vice president, and why the documents were sitting at the University of Pennsylvania office for 6 years. I also want to learn more about the University of Pennsylvania raising money from Chinese donors and who had access to that building. There are a lot of questions yet to be answered. But at this point, there is not evidence that Joe Biden intentionally removed the documents. If I were to see such evidence, I would call for the prosecution of the President of the United States if he had intentionally removed classified documents. But that is not what I see in that case right now.